Shalom everybody, this is Mayakah Yasharal from the 12 tribes of Israel. Koam Yasharal. I'm specifically from the tribe of Levi, Laoya, the so-called Haitians, the Ayesians, which mean God is with us, Emmanuel. Hope y'all are having a wonderful day. This is part 2 to our video, the prophet called Micah, Mayakah, which means he who is like God pretty much. It's a different way of spelling Mayakah, which means God is with us, Michael. So we're continuing on from chapter 4. We'll start off at verse 3 and continue on from there. Hope you guys got your pen and pad and whatever you need to take note on ready. Sorry if everything look a little bit blurry and stuff. You know, I'm recording through my phone. I don't necessarily have a laptop or a computer at the moment because my thing is down. But it's okay though. So, by the way, today is the 15th day of the 7th month. Yes, it is. According to our 364 solar year cycle, which means today is the Feast of Tabernacle. The first day of the Feast of Tabernacle. So, happy Feast of Tabernacle. Happy Feast of Boots. Happy Feast of Tents. Because during this time we're dwelling in tents and stuff. And the Most High was above us in the form of a cloud. And that cloud, when it remained on top of us or above us, we didn't remove from our tents. But when it removed from our tents, that cloud, which was the Most High, then we would leave and journey. So he was a cloud by day and a light by night. And, you know, the Most High had made us dwell in boots during that time, to dwell in our respective tents. So may everyone return to their rightful possession. And let's go ahead and begin. Hallelujah Bahasham Yasharal. Hallelujah Alahayam Bahasham Yasharal. Which means praise be to He is God, coming in the name of He shall save. Amen. Alright, let's go ahead and begin. So we're in Micah, Mayakah, chapter 4, verse 3. And he shall judge among many people, and rebuke strong nations afar off. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up a sword against nation, neither shall they learn war any more. But they shall sit every man under his vine, and under his fig tree, which is like dwelling in his own tent, his own boot. And none shall make them afraid. For the mouth of Yahweh, Tazabawat, the Most High of hosts of the army, hath spoken it. For all people will walk every one in the name of his God. And we will walk in the name of Yahweh Alahayam forever and ever. In that day, saith Yahweh Ahayah, will I assemble her that hateth. I will assemble her that halteth. And I will gather her that is driven out, and her that I have afflicted. And I will make her that halted a remnant, and her that was cast far off a strong nation, a remnant. And the Most High, Yahweh, Ahayah, Alahayam, He is self-existing God, shall reign over them in Mount Zion, and Judea, Jerusalem, from henceforth even forever. Verse 8, parable, metaphor. And thou, O tower of the flock, the stronghold of the daughter of Zion, unto thee shall it come. Even the first dominion, the kingdom shall come to the daughter of Yasharal. Now why do thou cry out loud? Lord, perish. Why do thou cry out loud? Is there no king in thee? Is thy counselor perished? The Most High is my king and counselor. I consult him before each and every action. May the Holy Spirit of truth be with us now. In the name of Christ Yeshua, through the Father, Yahweh Shai, the Most High, my salvation. Now why dost thou cry out loud? Is there no king in thee? Is thy counselor perished? For pains have taken thee as a woman in travail, because we're in a birth. a rebirth, like a woman in pain while she gives birth. Be in pain and labor to bring forth, like you're in labor. O daughter of Zion, like a woman in travail. For now shalt thou go forth out of the city, and thou shalt dwell in the field. And thou shalt go even to Babylon. There shalt thou be delivered. There the Most High, Yahweh, Ahaya, shall redeem thee from the hand of thine enemies in Babylon. Verse 11, parable, metaphor. Now also many nations are gathered against thee, daughter of Zion, Zion, Yasharal, that say, let her be defiled, and let our eye look upon Zion. But they know not the thoughts of the Most High, neither understand they his counsel. For he shall gather them as the sheaves into the floor. Arise and thresh, O daughter of Zion, for I will make thine horn iron, and I will make thy hooves brass, and thou shalt beat it in pieces, many people, and I will consecrate their gain unto the Most High, and their substance unto the King of the whole earth, Yis-RoyAl. Chapter 5, verse 1 of the book of Micah, Mayakah. Now, gather thyself in troops, O daughter of troops. He hath laid siege against us. They shall smite the judge of Yasharal with a rod upon the cheek. But thou, Bethlehem, Ephrata, though thou be little among the thousands of Judah, Yahweh, yet out of thee shall he come forth unto me, that is to be ruler in Yasharal. Bethlehem, Ephrata, whose goings forth have been from of old, from everlasting. Therefore will he give them up until the time that she which travaileth, which is Zion, the woman, hath brought forth her new fruit, the new vessel, the new us. Then the remnant, the 1/3, the 144,000 of his brethren shall return unto the children of Yasharal. Verse 4, parable, metaphor. And he shall stand and feed in the strength of Yahweh, and the majesty of the name of Yahweh, Alahayam. He is God. And they shall abide, for now shall he be great unto the ends of the earth. And this man shall be the peace when the Assyrian shall come into our land. And when he shall tread in our palaces, then shall we raise against him 7 shepherds and 8 principal men. And they shall waste the land of Assyria with the sword, like what's happening right now in Syria. And the land of Nimrod, and the entrances thereof at the borders shall be breached. Right now there's no border between Iraq or Iran and Syria. They have completely conquered and overtook Syria at this point. And now the people from Iran and Iraq, they need no passport now to travel into Syria. They're trying to do this now with Israel and also America, to break all their borders and put us under Islamic State, which means IS. This is Obama's mission for his people. He is their savior, not ours. And they shall waste the land of Assyria with the sword, and the land of Nimrod, and the entrances thereof. Thus shall he deliver us from the Assyrian, when he cometh into our land, and when he treadeth within our borders. And the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people, as a dew from the Most High, Yahweh. As the showers upon the grass, that tarrieth not for man, nor waiteth for the sons of men. Verse 8, parable, metaphor. And the remnant of Jacob, shall be among the Gentiles, in the midst of many people, as a lion among the beasts of the forest, as a young lion among the flocks of sheep, who, if he go through, both treadeth down and teareth in pieces, and none can deliver. Thine hand shall be lifted up upon thine adversaries. Thine hand shall be lifted up upon thine adversaries. Shatan, I rebuke them. And all thine enemies shall be cut off. And it shall come to pass, Hayah, in that day, saith the Most High, that I will cut off thy horses, all of their chariots, their tanks, their helicopters, their planes, submarines, machine gunmen on foot, all that junk. I will cut off thy horses out of the midst of thee, and I will destroy thy chariots, and I will cut off the cities of thy land. I will cut off the cities of thy land, and throw down all thy strongholds, strong grips, and towers, all come crashing down like the twin towers. And I will cut off witchcrafts out of thine hand, and thou shalt have no more soothsayers trying to soothe me. Enchantment. Thy graven images, even your tattoos, also will I cut off, and thy standing images like Zeus and Jesus and those rocks and stones that people have in their churches, and those snakes and those cows and those pictures of Obama, all that witchcraft, I will cut off out of the midst of thee. And thou shalt no more worship the work of thine hands, which is witchcraft, mancraft, the craftiness of your hand. Matter of fact, Satan is pretty crafty, clever, cunning. And that does not necessarily mean a good thing, because of how he's using his craftiness and cunningness and cleverness to blind us. And I will pluck up thy groves out of the midst of thee. So will I destroy thy cities. New York, all them places, all those cities, where all those buildings at that replace trees. They trying to do this over here where I live too, in Palm Beach, Florida. And I will execute vengeance. I will execute vengeance. And the Most High through Yasharal say, I will execute vengeance in anger and fury upon the heathen, such as they have not heard ever before. I don't really feel bad for the non-believers at all. I feel bad for those who are believers and they're being tormented and persecuted by non-believers. That's who I feel bad for. I don't feel bad for non-believers. The Most High will execute vengeance in anger and fury upon the heathen, such as they have not heard. Chapter 6 of the book of Micah in the Holy Bible of King James, the book of Law, Hatanah. Hear ye now what the Most High, Yahweh, Ahaya, Al-Hayom, saith. Arise, contend thou before the mountains, contend before the multitude of people and men, and let the hills hear thy voice which are the women. Let the women hear your voice. Hear ye, O mountains, the men, the Most High's controversy, and ye strong foundations of the earth, all ye strong foundations of the earth. For the Most High Yahweh hath a controversy with his people, and he will plead with Yasharal in the valley of Jehoshaphat. O my people, what have I done unto thee? And wherein have I wearied thee? Testify against me. What have I done unto you? Wherein have I worried you? Testify under oath and penalties of perjury against me, under the form of an affidavit. For I brought thee up out of the land of oppression, Egypt, the same one we're stuck in now in America. Look at the back of the dollar bill, pyramid, Egypt. For I brought thee up out of the land of Egypt, and redeemed thee out of the house of servants. And I sent before thee Moshe, Aaron, and Miriam. O my people, remember now what Balak, king of Moab, consulted, and what Balaam, the son of Beor, answered him from Shittim unto Gilgal. This is in the book of Numbers. What Balaam and Balak try to do to Israel. They try to curse us, and it turned into a blessing 3 times in a row altogether. And Balaam prophesies what would happen during the end times to Moab and to some of the other people, like Esau and stuff like that. It's in the book of Numbers. This is when Balaam tried to ride into town with the donkey and all this stuff. Kind of reminds me of Uncle Sam. Their Uncle Sam. Riding in on a donkey. That Yankee Doodle crap. So that ye may know the righteousness of the Most High. So he said, O my people, remember now what Balak, king of Moab, Barack Obama, consulted, and what Balaam, the son of Beor, answered him from Shittim unto Gilgal, that ye may know the righteousness of Yahweh. Verse 6. Parable, metaphor. Wherewith shall I come before the Most High, in front of the Most High, and bow myself before the High, Al-Hayom? Shall I come before him with burnt offerings, with calves of a year old? Will the Most High be pleased with thousands of rams, or with 10,000s of rivers of oil? Shall I give my firstborn for my transgression, which is Yeshua, the fruit of my body for the sin of my soul? Shall I? He hath showed thee, O man, what is good. And what do the Most High require of thee, but to do justly, and to love mercy, and to walk humbly with thy God, with the Most High? The Most High's voice crieth unto the city, and the man of wisdom shall see thy name, Yahweh. Hear ye the rod, and who hath appointed it. Hear ye the rod, and he who hath appointed it. Verse 10, parable, metaphor. Are there yet the treasures of wickedness in the house of the wicked, and the scant measure that is abominable? Once again, are there yet the treasures of wickedness in the house of the wicked, and the scant measure that is abominable? Shall I count them pure with the wicked balances, which are false balances? Like yin and yang is a false balance. It's called lukewarm. Wicked balances, and with the bag of deceitful weights, like how they don't give you the right measure of gas at the gas station. They make it feel like you're getting the gas that you paid for, but truly they mess with the measurements, as well as the measurement systems. And $1 weighs nothing. Our gold, when we used to trade and like buy things with gold and silver, we used to weigh it. We used to judge it based on the weight. Now you got a whole bunch of dollars, weight don't matter. They all weigh nothing but zero. No matter if you have $1 million promise to pay notes in your pocket, or IOU notes in your pocket, or idol worship paper in your pocket, no matter how much of it you have, it still remains paper. It has no weight. What, $1 million probably weight, what, like 5 grams? Crazy. Dollars have no value. They fiat. They ain't backed up by nothing. They used to be backed up by gold, like the gold and silver certificates. All this stuff is gone. America went to shithole. Pardon my language. Forgive me, and I rebuke those words. So once again, verse 12. For the rich men thereof are full of violence. That's why they get away. And the inhabitants thereof have spoken lies. They've lied to you the whole time. And their tongue is deceitful, and their mouth. They're not trying to edify you like I'm doing here now in present. They're trying to trick you and make you not see these things. For the rich men thereof are full of violence. Shall I count them pure with the wicked balances? Are there yet the treasures of the wickedness in the house of the wicked? Verse 13. Therefore also will I make thee sick in smithing thee, and making thee desolate because of thy sins. Thou shalt eat, but not be satisfied. Because they're putting things in the food to make you more hungry. Like the seasoning and the aspartame and MSG, monosodium glutamate. All these ingredients they're putting in your food to make you keep wanting to eat, consume. Eventually, it becomes greed. You can pretty much say that seasoning and sugar and fake sugar, fake salt are pretty much the spirit of greed. Eat, as if you have the munchies or something like that. Calm down, y'all consumers. Y'all might end up consuming everything, even bread. Which I won't be surprised if they have been doing already. So therefore also will I make thee sick in smithing thee, and making thee desolate because of thy sins, because of your disobedience. Obey the law of God. Thou shalt eat but not be satisfied, and thy casting down shall be in the midst of thee. And thou shalt take hold, but shalt not deliver. And that which thou deliverest will I give up to the sword, which means you won't be able to save anything. Everything shall perish in your hand. And I'm talking about the wicked, not the remnant. Thou shalt sow, but thou shalt not reap. Because you're going to plant food, and the foods won't grow because they got poison in our soil. And they're going to tell you that there's a regulation, you can't have more than one sheep, or you can't have more than one chicken, or you can't have a cow on your turf, or it's illegal to drink cow's milk, or it's illegal to drink goat's milk, or it's illegal to own a cow, goat, and a farm. Eventually, they're going to tell us that. So, thou shalt sow, you shall put money into these things, but thou shalt not reap. It shall not profit you or benefit you in any way. The government will take it from you. Matter of fact, they just arrested a house. They just bust open a house for having a bunch of ginger. Ginger is a natural plant. It has a lot of natural healing property in it. And they bust open a house just to arrest them for having ginger. I won't be surprised if they bust open a house with a whole SWAT team shooting bullets into a home because people have a rack of cucumbers. Man, this is getting out of hand, y'all. All I know is that I'm not with this stuff y'all with. I'm completely against it on every level of my being. I don't see no righteousness in what's going on, period. I see no reason in spirit. I have mercy on this sin stem. Chop this stem down. I'm tired of being a slave. I'm tired of being abused. I'm tired of being stepped on and used. I'm just sick and tired of being lied to and deceived. And I got to raise a child in this filthy, disgusting world. A child growing up seeing this nasty, perverted stuff going on television and stuff. It's going to be difficult. It's difficult raising a child in this polluted system. It almost got me when I was young, until the Bible woke me up and brought me to my calling, which is to spread truth and die because I'm speaking it, like all my ancestors that these people had killed. They stay killing the prophets. They don't listen to the fruits of the word. They just judge you based on your skin color and how you look. Oh, he probably don't have fringes, which means he's probably Antichrist. Or he don't got like a shiny gold and purple and silver suit, so he's probably Antichrist. Or he don't have 1 million people behind him saying, yes, he's right, so he's probably a false prophet. Oh, he's not rich enough, so probably he's a liar. You people are looking for the wrong things. Listen to the fruit of the soul, not the fruit of the flesh. The flesh is a result of the spirit anyway. But no one understands these things, because spirit is in enmity with flesh. So thou shalt thread the olive oil, but thou shalt not anoint thee with oil, but you won't get oil out of your olive oil. And sweet wine, but shall not drink wine. Verse 16, parable, metaphor. For the statutes of Omri are kept. The statutes of Omri. And all the works of the house of Ahab, which are the weak, effeminate men that were controlled by Jezebel. And ye walk in their counsels, that I should make thee a desolation, and the inhabitants thereof, and hissing, which mean people sucking their teeth at you. You know people, especially Haitians. They see something they don't like, they suck in their teeth quick. Therefore, ye shall bear the reproach of my people. Chapter 7, verse 1. In the book of Micah, Mayakah, he who is like Yah. Yah mean God in our language. Woe is me, for I am as when they have gathered the summer fruits, as the grape gleanings of the vintage. There is no cluster to eat, no fruits on the tree. Where can I find a natural apple tree, please? Direct me to one. Where can I find a natural olive tree? Please direct me to one. Where can I find an orange tree? Anywhere. Somebody, please. A mango tree. A grape tree. What is it? A grapefruit tree. That's not in someone's backyard. Show me where it's at. There is no cluster to eat. My soul desired the first strip fruit, the first ripe fruit. The good man is perished out of the earth, and there is none upright among men. They all lie in wait for blood. They hunt every man his brother with a net, with a trap, with a snare, like they used to do Negroes back then. Verse 3, parable, metaphor, that they may do evil with both hands earnestly. So they're doing evil earnestly, earning their evil rewards. Hey, if we wipe out this whole city right here, we'll be able to take this city and plant our base here. Plus there's oil next by, and there's like perfumes and frankincense and senses and precious stones and all that stuff around this environment. So hey, let's wipe everyone out from here. We'll warn them ahead of time. You know what I'm saying? We'll try to pay some of them off to leave here. And if they don't leave, we take it by violence. We'll come upon them with machine guns and say it's for their benefit, so no one will rise up and rebel. And once we kick them all out and throw some of them in jail that talks about, oh, they have a right to own property, we take their land and build base. This is what these Americans are doing everywhere. Taking out presidents and putting their own. They did it with Haiti too, with Aristide. Verse 3, parable, metaphor, that they may do evil with both hands earnestly. The prince asketh and the judge asketh for a reward. So the judge getting paid up. He's not judging based on law. He's not judging based on evidence. And he is not judging based on proof. Nor is he judging based on natural common law, but private corporate rules that only apply to private corporate officers that willingly and consciously and deliberately entered the private corporate contract to be a private corporate officer of the private corporate corporation that is applying private corporate rules on people who are not private corporate employers. Do you work for the state? Did you take an oath of office? Do you get paid? Can you prove it with an IRS 1041 form or W-4 form proving your date of employment? Matter of fact, all employment in America is taxable, and you must sign the IRS form to be hired in the United States corporation. So if you ain't got none of that, and ain't got none of that, no proof, consent, no contract, no oath of office, no W-4 form, no IRS 1040 form, technically they got you in there based on fraud and embezzlement. They're extorting you. What they're trying to do is rob you and put you up as a straw man, as a front in a business transaction. Why you think they give you a barcode number on your wrist when they arrest you? Because they're treating you like a product, like an apple taken right off the shelf. Beep, 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 beep. How much does this cost? Beep, beep. They invest in you people, man. They robbing you sick. And no one cares. They rather come kill me. I'm very insignificant. So the prince asketh, and the judge asketh for a reward. Hey, please drop this case. Judge says, give me $100. I got you. What you think bails are? Bail mean the devil. Bail. And it's spelled in the ancient language. B-A-I-L. That's the way you spell bail in the ancient language. It isn't B-A-A-L. It's B-A-I-L. And you get a bail bond. Bond mean contract. It mean love, an obligation. So they trick you into getting into unconscionable unilateral contract through that bail bond. And when you get that bail bond, now pretty much that bail bond man own you. They're like a creditor. They owned you and they lended you money. You see? And then you have to promise to appear now. Promise to appear in court. All these promises and bonds and signing tickets without your rights reserved and without saying under duress, U.D. All this stuff is a consensual contract. But it's voidable because it's running one way. Which means there weren't fair consideration, value, and consent for it. But once again, they don't care. As long as your signature's on their paperwork, for them, that's a bilateral contract. They can't wait until you enter a default so they can use it against you. You have no standing in the court once you enter default. That's why you must reply to each paperwork that you get. Either no contract, return to sender, proof of contract needed, or you know what I'm saying, to tell them to prove your claim. I conditionally accept your claims and all charges if and only if you can prove your claims. On and for the record. Prove it. Refresh my brain. Refresh my memory. When did I start working for the state? Where's my badge and my gun and uniform? Because I'll arrest your ass right now if I work for you. Because you just broke the same laws that you say that the police are here to arrest people for doing. So how are you going to break the same laws that you hire police to arrest people for doing? If I'm a police, give me my badge right now, give me my gun right now, give me my uniform, and I'm going to arrest your ass as part of my job. So if I'm not a police, I got no badge, I got no gun, no oath of office, your rules are private. Private and corporate. But once again, the prince asketh, and the judge asketh for reward. And the great man, he uttereth his mischievous desire. We're heading into a new world order, everyone. Is for your safety, we got to put cameras in your toilets. You know, we just got to make sure your vagina is safe. Got to put, cameras in your toilet and your bathroom and your shower just in case you slip in the tub. Gotta put some cameras at your traffic light because maybe there might be an accident. You know, matter of fact, at every airport, we gotta strip you all butt naked. But it's for your safety. You know, them terrorists are out there. We can't be them because we're talking about them. We gotta take your children away for their safety. We got to give you a $500 ticket for going 5 miles over a made-up speed limit. It's for your safety. I mean, you could have hit an old retarded person along the way. I am psychic. These police are fools. Completely stupid. So they wrap it up. Verse 4. The best of them is as a briar. The most upright is sharper than a thorn hedge. The day of thy watchmen and thy visitation cometh, the day of vengeance. Now shall be their perplexity. Verse 5. This is a proverb, not a proverb. This is a parable and this is a metaphor, which means it's a figure of speech. Trust ye not in a friend. Put ye not confidence in a guide. Keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lieth in thy bosom, in thy heart. For the son dishonoreth the father. The daughter riseth up against her mother. The daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. A man's enemies are the men of his own house. Which means my enemy will be coming from my territory, from around this area. Unless they're with me against the tyrants. Either for the tyrants or against the tyrants. Now the question is, who is the tyrant? Who broke their oath of office? They don't even include Congress in none of their decisions no more. This is nuts. Luckily, I'm not American anyway. I'm Hebrew Israelite. Ibariyat Yasharal, or Yasharal Ibariyat. So verse 7. Therefore I will look unto the Most High, Yahweh. I will wait for the God, Allahayam, of my salvation. Al-Hawashai, or Allah-Hawashai. Or Allahayam Hawashai. Or some people just say Yahawashai, which means the Most High is my salvation. So I will wait for the God of my salvation. Yahweh Shawayam. My God, Allahayamai, will hear me. Verse 8, parable, metaphor. Rejoice not against me, O my enemies, when I fall. I shall arise, Quram. I shall resurrect. I shall wake up and be quickened, and put on the new man. When I sit in darkness, the Most High shall be a light unto me. I will bear the indignation of the Most High, because I have sinned against him, and I deserve hell. But by his grace and mercy I am saved, and I am forgave, redeemed, and avenged. Hallelujah. Tawada Yahweh. Yahweh Shawai. Allahayam. Bahasham. Yashawai. Until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me, he will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, Where is thy Lord? Where is the Lord thy God? Where is Yahweh Allahayom? Where is your Savior? Where is your God? My eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mirror of the streets. In the day that thy walls are to be built, in that day shall the decree be far removed. In that day, in the end times, Also he shall come even to thee from Assyria, and from the fortified cities, and from the fortress even to the river, and from sea to sea, and from mountain to mountain. Notwithstanding, the land shall be desolate because of them that dwell therein. For the fruit of their doings, they shall destroy the land and make it desolate like a wilderness out in Egypt. Verse 14, parable, metaphor. Feed thy people with thy rod, the flock of thine heritage, which dwell solitarily in the wood, in the midst of Carmel. Let them feed in Bashan and Gilead, as in the days of old. According to the days of thy coming out of the land of Egypt, will I show unto him marvelous things. Verse 16, parable, metaphor. The nation shall see and be confounded at all their might. They shall lay their hand upon their mouth. Their ears shall be deaf. See no evil, speak no evil, hear no evil. They shall lick the dust like a serpent. They shall move out of their holes like worms of the earth. They shall be afraid of Yahweh, our God, and shall fear because of thee. Who is a God like unto thee? Mayakah. Who is like God? Who is like he? He who is like God, that pardoneth iniquity, and passeth by the transgression of the remnant of his heritage. He retaineth not his anger forever, nor does he retaineth his peace forever, because he delighteth in mercy. He will turn again. He will have compassion upon us. He will subdue our iniquities, and thou wilt cast all their sins into the depths of the sea. Commerce, currency, drowning in a sea of currency. Artificial admiralty, navy mixed with commercial, with commerce, navy mixed with commerce. Maritime admiralty, corporate maritime admiralty. Not only are they of the sea, currency, artificial sea, a berth. Not only are they militarized, they're like navy with guns and weapons on our land and earth, but they're also commercialized, which means they're making money from killing. They're pretty much a whacking industry, a whack job industry. Like a mafia. Hey, I'll pay you this to go kill these people. I'll give you guns, weapons, tanks, uniforms, armor. And it, to the soldier's mind, to the soldier's heart, it seems right. It seems justified. Because why? Not because God told him it's okay to kill, but because the government said it's okay. Like a license to kill under the devil system. And those who sell their soul to the devil have a license to kill. They get uniforms and badges and all this stuff, and none shall show up before a magistrate for their murders against the innocent, their crimes against society and humanity. Them bombing up innocent people over there in other countries and talk about, oh, they're the threat. America is the threat. Americans will be the last one to figure it out. We're the worst country on this planet. We try to act like God and hero of every dang country. We go stick our nose where our nose don't belong. And you got all these weak-ass Americans in America think that no one will retaliate. That will be a fall. Your blindness will be a fall. When Obama marched Islam into the country and stuff, and all our military men are stuck over there in their country being set up, and Islam is coming into our country while our soldiers are away, you see why you should have stopped Islam and Obama a long time ago. It'll be too late. Yes, even my insignificant voice can make a change, but not by myself. I go over there and complain, they gun me down. Especially because I'm dark-skinned. I'm Hebrew Israelite. Last thing they want to hear is us against their evil policies and their evil actions and their evil rules their G20 summits, and they're gathering together with enemies at round tables in our country. Why the heck we against the enemy and you sitting there making deals with them at a round table? It's weird. It's like all the presidents all around the country sit together and talk together and plot what they're going to do against their people instead of against each other. They're not going after what you think they're going after, man. We're being set up. We're in a snare right now. We're in a trap. I don't know how much longer I'm going to live. We're already in the trap. I shall be avenged. Thou will perform the truth to Jacob, and the mercy to Abraham, which thou hast sworn unto our fathers from the days old. Amen. So that was the end of the book of Micah. Hope you guys enjoyed this chapter. If you want to, if you have any questions, just, get at me at godlivesinourheart@hotmail.com, because God does live in our heart. And ask me what you want to ask me there. You can also reach me on Skype right now if you have time. Archangel Macintosh. Alright, y'all. Hope you guys have a shalom day. Enjoy this beautiful first day of the Feast of Tabernacle. And Yahweh Alahayam Bahasham Hamashiach Yashai Barakata. And that means He is God coming in the name of my Savior and Messiah, He shall save, blesses you. Yahweh Alahayam Bahasham Hamashiach Yashai Barak HaKodesh. Amen. Have a great day, y'all.